Speaking of the future, bring yourself to the screen, my child. Put your hands on my hands. You can feel it reaching out to you. It's time, Welsh. It's that time again for the best bets
of the day
with Joey P and the Welsh here, brought to you by bet365. Make sure you use that promo code leading off when you sign up at bet365. Welsh, a really good day yesterday. We got back on track, even though I was screwing up the teams that were playing each other. It was a long day yesterday, but today I'm back on track. What am I going to do? I'm going to start in Oakland because, well, they're the Oakland A's. The Tigers minus 1.5 with Scuba on the mound. Give me the Tigers on that run line at minus 1.5, minus 108. They should have a good day today against Oakland. Now, surprisingly, Tariq Skubal as a high total, right? When we think for strikeouts, I'm going the under here. I think Skubal is terrific, but I'm going the under on the 8.5 strikeouts. It's very tempting. The A's strike out a lot. Skubal's very talented. I think they will limit him to 6 innings. I think he'll probably end up with 8. And I'm going to learn my lesson from the Spencer Strider thing, which is I always discipline for the most part. Take the under whenever I see 8.5. So I'm going to get back to good practice and have some discipline for a change. Aaron Nola, I'm going to do the alt strikeout line. Going to push this one up to 7+ in this matchup he's got today. So give me that one for the Phillies against the Nats, the alternate line at plus 134. Now, if you put the Tigers minus 1.5 versus Oakland, you put the Phillies on the money line at minus 180 and the Braves on the money line with Strider on the hill against the D-backs at minus 275. You can get that at 3-1. So go ahead and bet that at bet365. Again, Tigers 1.5, Phillies money line, Braves money line, 3-1. That's your parlay of the day. Welsh, what do you have for the people on Friday?
All right, my bet of the day, which is out on the social, Griffin Canning with the Angels strikeouts 6.5 under against Boston Red Sox. It's a little juiced. Around 130 is probably the spot that you're going to find it. Canning struck out 2 in his first start. You know, that's not good. K percentage under 10. His fastball whiff rate, by the way, was like 7%. And that outing was against Baltimore. Baltimore can get a few strikeouts down there. So 2 strikeouts, low K percentage. Fastball wasn't doing anything. Did a little bit on the changeup. But this number has nothing really to do, I think, with Griffin Canning. It's about the Red Sox because they have been striking out a whole bunch. Now, they have been striking out around 7, a little over 7 strikeouts against righties per game so far this year, which would equate to this number. But they've got the 12th best batting average against righties right now. So I just think the number is too high. I looked, Canning hit this number once in his first 5 or 6 games last year. He definitely is a 10K plus type of guy. But I think this team is still reeling a little bit. I think this number is just too high right now. And I don't think his stuff is in a place where I'm going to bet he's going to strike out 7 early on. So I'm going to go against Griffin Canning, and I'm going to go 6.5 under on the strikeouts. We were talking about this amazing matchup with Baltimore and Pittsburgh. Well, I'm going with the Nerfy on them. No runs first inning, Baltimore, Pittsburgh on bet365. That is minus 120. This is best odds, I think, out there right now. So I'm going to take the no runs to be scored in that first one. Jared Jones stuff, some of the best stuff out there. It's like stuff plus if you want to take a look at that. I think he's going to pound the Baltimore Orioles with that early on, and that first inning is going to be rougher. I love Grayson. I think Grayson's going to take care of business in the first inning. So I really like that one. And then finally, going with the under that we talked about, you mentioned Strider. You mentioned Tariq Skubal, by the way. I couldn't take that bet. So, God bless you for being able to have the balls to do that one. Well, I can't take the Tariq Skubal's going up against the A's.
I know.
The A's are the worst strikeout percentage in the league.
I know. But what I keep coming back to is it's April and they're going to be very cautious with him. They should have this game in hand by the 6th inning against the A's. See, my thinking is not so much, just let him go out there and dominate. He's going to throw a no-hitter. It's not, he's going to dominate the A's. But you should be up 4-1, 4-0 on the A's. You should be able to take Skubal out of this game at 100 pitches. And if that happens, 8.5, getting to 9 strikeouts is going to be tricky in 6 innings. I'm not saying it's not impossible. It's going to be tricky. So I would rather take the under. I'm getting the better number on it. I'm getting better juice on it anyway. So
it's tricky. It's tricky for anybody. I don't disagree with that. It's just the A's are the worst of the worst. And that takes me to my final bet, which is actually a little parlay here.
What did we learn about Kirby the other day? If it looks too good to be true, it probably
sometimes
is.
It is. But I don't think it does look too good to be true because it's a huge number for Skubal. It's just I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it because of that. But I am touching these two. Bobby Miller, 6.5 strikeouts. I'm taking the under, and I'm parlaying that, and I'm taking that, by the way, because the Cubs, they're one of those teams, not a big, crazy swinging whiff rate. Cody Bellinger's improved, Seiya Suzuki. That's going to be a tough number to get to for Bobby Miller. And I'm pairing it with Spencer Strider, 8.5. Spencer Strider is the guy that can strike out 15 any matchup. But the Diamondbacks have been one of the lowest strikeout teams in baseball so far, under 10%. Their swinging whiff rate low. Perdomo, you don't strike him out. Strider's going to get to 8, I think. But I'm betting, because this is such a low strikeout team, that the Arizona Diamondbacks, their offense might get to Strider just a tiny bit, and they're just a really tough out. So where Skubal has the literal best matchup for strikeouts to get to 9, Strider has one of the worst in baseball, but it's Strider. So it's a little bit riskier, but I'm parlaying those two together, and I'm almost getting 2-1. I think it was plus 185 on bet365 to parlay the under of Bobby Miller and the under of Spencer Strider.
There you have it, everybody. Make sure when you make your wagers, you do them over on Bet365. Use that promo code leading off. Bet $5, get 150 in bonus bets, or first bet safety net $1,000 in bonus bets. Bet365, promo code leading off. Sign up today.